And here again I got a long sleeve shirt, and it's quite large, very long sleeves, and quite large around the sides as well, and quite a long length. So it's a good one for me to try to do something and turn into something else, do a complete transformation. And yes, let's see. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, so see how it goes. So watch this space. Here's the shirt, which I have already removed the sleeves, both of them. So, and the pocket. Now I'm going to measure from the shoulder to the waist area with centimeters. So I'll draw a line of 40 centimeters right in the middle. First I have to mark here 40 centimeters. And now I'm going to draw a line. And now I'll cut across. And I'll cut it all around. Now I'm going to measure from the shoulder section where we meet the sleeve 10 centimeters, which is the length of my shoulder here, and then I'll draw a line right down to the bottom from that point. Right to the bottom of the shirt here. And then I'll cut around just the front section. And I'll do the same on the other side. Now I'll cut both side seams of the shirt, and I will wrap around the front section, measure up. The shoulders should be 38 centimeters. There and there, across there, and then I'll make sure that the back will also be 38 centimeters, and around to the other side. And I'll cut all across there, and then I'll join it back together again to make sure both sides measure the same. Now I have the back section together here. I'm going to cut right in the middle here. Right to the top. Then I'll be rejoining it. And it will measure the same as the front of the shirt. I have put the wrap top on my dress form, and I put a pin here to keep the wrap section in place, and put some pins here on the side exactly when it's going to be the side seam, and here as well. And on the back, as you can see, still got the attached section that I cut previously. And here I put some pins here where it's going to be the seam at the back. Now I'll be cutting off the little section here at the back on the neck edge. I unpicked one of the sleeves on the side seams and opened it up, and now I'm going to measure 8 centimeters from each side. 8 centimeters here and 8 centimeters on this side here as well, and I'll cut a strip, so that will be for the neck edge of the wrap up top. I have a piece here which I cut from the front here, the front of the shirt, remember? And now I'm going to, I measured 8 centimeters here as well, so that section will be for the neck area, because I got the long strips for the edge here, but I haven't got the bit that goes at the back, so I measured 8 centimeters here. And now I'm cutting it. I'll cut across there. And I'll be joining this section here. And that will be the neck edge. I'm sewing the back seams of the shirt now. I previously put pins on it. I'm also sewing the side seams of the shirt now. Following the pins as a guide. I also put some pins on the dart for the bust area, so I'm sewing this now. I'm zigzagging, finishing off the edges of the shirt at the back, all around, and I also will zigzag the side seams here, and then I'll press it open. Now I'm adding the strip, sewing the strip to the front edge of the wrap top. That strip that I cut before, all along. I'm pressing the seams open now, so we'll have a nice finish. I'll press it also on the other side, like that, to give a nice edge there. I sewn it and finished the raw edges with zigzag stitches there on the band at the front. And then I decided that it would be nice to add a contrasting fabric, and red, it's got a little bit of red on the stripes here, and then I found some satin material cut into bias, and then I pinned it here on the edge, and I think it will look nice once I sew here. And then I'll turn it over, press it, and turn it over again, and you have a nice trim on the other side. Now I'm sewing the satin red bias binding to the edge of the band. After I have sewn the trim on the edge here, I ironed it and then ironed on the other side as well. And now I pinned it, and I'm going to sew all around the edge here. I have already used one side of this sleeve, as you can see. I used for the front section stripes. So now I'm going to cut the other sleeve here, just following the contour of what is there already. Put one on top of the other, matching. I have the sleeve here, and I cut some strips out of it, and I'm going to join them all together and sew it, press it. It's been a lot of joining pieces together to get to about 2.5 meters, 2.5 meters strip long to go around the bottom edge of the wrap top. Also with the trimming here that I'm adding, so it's been 8 centimeters there and around 2 centimeters of the trim, so altogether about 10 centimeters strip. So I'm sewing from here on the edge of the top, so starting there, from there to the other end. So measure 95 centimeters and start pinning there. And then when you get to the other side, from there to the other end is about 54 centimeters. The other section is longer because it's going to be wrapped around all around your body, your back, and come towards the side to have a little bow or a little tie at the end. So I'm going to turn it over here like that, and I'll stitch it like that together. So I'll put some pins there all around, then I'll sew the wrap around the top. I have pinned the strap all along the edge of the blouse to the other end, and here at the ends I just sewn it there, cut the edge there to give a nice finish when you turn over without any bulkiness, and then you fold it over here to have a perfect end. Now guys, it's about time to add the sleeves to the wrap top, and I'm doing again another cap sleeve. I like cap sleeves because they are quite small, don't take a lot of fabric. It's just a matter of putting on top of the main sleeve and cut it around, using the same paper pattern to cut the original sleeve from the main fabric from the shirt. I decided to add a contrasting material at the back, at the lining, with the same red material that I used for the rest of the trimming here. So I sewn it together here, pressed it flat, ironed it, leaving that little trimming showing, and then I went in the sewing machine and I used the same color thread, red, all around, so it gives a nice neat edge for the sleeve. I already set one of the cap sleeves in place, and I first gathered here around the sleeve head with the long stitches, about 4.0, so it makes it easier to pull the threads. Always pull it from the back like that, it's much easier. So now I'm going to make the same, put the sleeve in the same distance as the other one, so it will be equal on both sides. So I'm going to attach it there just above the dart like the other one to match the other side. I'll pin it in place all around, all over there to the shoulder area, and then I'm going to add a little strip of bias binding here at the end. So when I turn it over, we will have a nice edge here in the armpit as well. Now I reach the other side of the cap sleeve, and here is the other end of the bias binding, which I folded there, and I'm catching it together, and now the rest of the sleeve. And that section I'll be folding, and I'll be turning over on the other side. I unpicked both bottom section from the shirt. Here's one section and here's the other one, and here's the bottom section, curved edge. And here I've got a pair of shorts. What I'm doing is just going to cut across there, leaving a little bit of seam allowance, and then here at the crotch with some seam allowance. The short has got a waistband, which I'll add later on. Then I'll do the same with the other side. This is the front section, no, the back section, and then I'll do the front section with the other leftover bit from the shirt. I decided to give it a lining to this shorts because it is just the material is just a little bit on the thin side, and I think it would look nice with a bit more body in it, as I did with the main fabric. And with one piece I have sewn on the edge. I pinned it first, sewn it all around the edge here, then I turned it over like that, and I pressed it like I did with this one. I'm sewing very close to the edge, very close, because I'm trying to follow the line of the bottom of the shirt, which is very thin here. I have pinned the shorts, the back and the front. The back has got some pleats like it was in the shorts, just to give a little bit of shape on the back. And now I'm going and sewing the machine here as well. Now I'm sewing the shorts on the seams at the crotch area, at the front and crotch area, and I also will be sewing the darts. After sewing the fronts and back of the shorts, I put some safety pins here, or you can just use normal pins, because I wanted to try it on, so I didn't want to hurt myself, so I put some safety pins there, and here on the side as well, and on the side, and it fits perfectly. So now this side here is going to be a zipper inserted. So I left a little gap, so I'm going to sew from here to there. After I sewn all the side seams and the crotch area, I zigzagged it, pressed it and zigzagged it to finish the edge, so I won't leave any raw edges. And then I have joined the cuffs and the collar piece together to make the waistband for the shorts. So everything is being used. Here is the collar piece, here at the back, and here's the cuffs section here at the front, which I joined together here at the front and on the side here. And I left this section here open. I'm going to insert a zip here, and this section here is from the cuffs, which has got the buttonhole still there, which will be quite useful because we'll just need to add a button there. And the side here with a little gap will be a zip that I will insert like that. I'm going to put some pins there. Like that. And I'll have a zip there on the side. And the button will be there, like that. So it'll be a nice finish here on the side as well. The pockets are there in place, so I will be sewing. I'll just put some pins to mark the area, and I'm going to sew all around here. I'm sewing the waistband to the shorts now. Now I'm sewing the pockets in place. I'm really pleased with the result. Look at this lovely outfit. I got a pair of shorts and I got a wrap-up top out of one shirt. So I'm really pleased the way how it turned out. The little bow here with the trimming, the red trimming here as well, and the little trimming here on the belt. And I added one little red button here on the side. So everything ties up together really beautifully. I'm really happy with it. Really never thought I could manage to get a short out of it as well, but by making a cap sleeve, that saved a lot of material, so I could use it for the shorts. So that was very good. Very happy with it. I hope you like it, guys, and thanks very much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you like and subscribe. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye bye.